Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Hookah Anonymous, and you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
We love you, Mickey.
Oh, what's up? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, a.k.a. Mickey Facts. And I'm back, okay? And this is actually a special little video I had to drop, okay? Let me just tell you, first and foremost, shout out to Rockstar and the whole hip-hop trends on Clubhouse, okay? For giving your girl the opportunity to get on stage, to get in where I fit in, all right? And then shout out to DJ Astro and Don Ben, because your girl was over here knocked out, okay? But they kept blowing me up, and I'm like, who died? What happened? And they was like, yo, 1090 Jake is on the app. And I'm like, well, on the app doing what? And they're like, oh, he's taking questions. I'm like, oh, let me pull up. So again, shout out to Rockstar and the whole team over there for bringing me on stage, letting me pop my stuff. And y'all already know, regardless, I know I've been at 1090 Jake's throat this week, but I am definitely a supporter of his content, and that's why I've been at his throat. But nevertheless, I definitely had to ask him the question that everybody was wondering: is Mickey really gonna bring it up? Well, let's take a listen. And again, shout out to everybody that supports your girl and rock with your girl and all that good stuff, okay? And make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get it.
Mickey, what up?
What's up? Yo, 1090 Jake, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Were you aware about the Rallo paperwork, the FBI forms, page 1 and 2 was fake?
No, I'm not aware of any fake documents.
Did you see them? Because I know academics shared them. I don't know if you shared them, but academics did. Have you heard about them?
No, I haven't heard about any documents being fake.
So let me ask you this: when you did your video on the Rallo thing, right? I was kind of disappointed because I definitely watch your channel. You know what I'm saying? And I even did your actual paperwork at one point.
And, I know who this is. Yeah. I know who this is.
Okay. So when you were like, you kind of slid past the proffer thing to me, right? And I was kind of like, huh? Because I know in your own case, you went in on your co-defendant that had the proffer that ended up snitching on you. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you really address that in the Rallo situation?
Well, because he admitted that he cooperated. That was the thing, is when I spoke to him, it wasn't a matter of did he give a proffer. It was a matter of what information he gave. So he said, yes, I gave the proffer, but I was trying to give false information because I had somebody willing to take the charge. Versus and mind you, I never even really went off on my co-defendant. I used to have a lot of hatred for my co-defendant in prison and hope that I ran into him. But when I got out, I looked him up at some point in time, and I saw that he had a daughter. He had a regular job, and he wasn't putting on the front like he was a gangster. My co-defendant ended up getting brought up when somebody else started covering my case. And that's how all of his information got put out. I never actually blasted my own co-defendant. But as far as the Rallo situation, it wasn't a matter of if he gave a proffer. It was the information that he actually gave. And he was saying, yeah, I was trying to give them information, but it was fake shit. I was going to make up a whole story and pay somebody to take it. And they said that the feds weren't even interested in his story. They wanted to know about the murders and the shootings. So let me ask you this then, because in the transcripts that was dropped from John Doe, it goes into detail saying that he talked about multiple different things in the city. The paperwork that was dropped that supposedly had been from the FBI said that he ain't even say nothing about that. He only talked about himself. You don't think that was strange when technically from the definition of a proffer is to tell the whole story truthfully and it can't be used against you? Well, that was the thing, is the negotiations of his proffer were already broke because of the lawyer that he had, because the lawyer was alleged to be his plug. So they already weren't cooperating with the grounds of the proffer. Now, what you're saying is, when it said that he knew about heroin, methamphetamines, this, that, and the third. And the thing is, that wasn't the prosecutor saying that. That was his own lawyer saying that. So his own lawyer was trying to make it sound like, yeah, he knows about this, he knows about that, this and that. And the next thing they said was, well, he's not answering questions.
So, but and this is another thing, right? So the lawyer that was saying that at the time in that hearing is his lawyer today. It's not even a lawyer that was accusing to be like part of the whole situation. So you don't think that's strange for that lawyer just to throw that out there if that really wasn't part of it?
Well, that was the lawyer that took over for him. So his initial lawyer wasn't trying to have him speak on the supplies, the this and that, the how, because essentially they're saying it was coming from him. When he got the new lawyer, Brian Steele was trying to make it sound like Ralo was fucking Batman to make him look good in the court. And the most important thing that I was looking for was, because we don't have the access to everything. And I hit John Doe up, and John Doe was kind of reluctant to send me the paperwork. You know, this is the same guy that was trying to sell me the paperwork initially. So he only sent me so many documents. I did the video. He commented on my Instagram saying, I tried to send it to you. I even sent you a video of the conversation. And the fact behind that was he sent me a limited amount of documents, and he sent me a 20-second video that disappears after you listen to it. So with that, I told him multiple times, I can only include the shit that you're willing to give me. He gave me what he gave me, and then that's what I presented on YouTube. Okay.
So just last thing. Well, you say you didn't. I thought you would have had saw the documents, because that's really was my thing. Because I was like, I know 1090J, not the one I watch, you know, is going to co-sign that document. I think you should look at it, and then, you know, I kind of want to know what you think about it, because I called cap on the FBI paperwork. It's document FD 1057. I called cap on it because it's not even the right form as it's showing it's supposed to be. And that's really what I wanted to talk to you about.
Well, I think the biggest, I mean, you can send me that on Instagram so I can view exactly which one you're talking about. But I think the biggest thing about this case is that the majority of the documents that we're trying to get are all sealed, and we don't have access to it. What I can say is when I spoke to Rallo, I was on the phone while he made calls, and those people didn't know I was on the phone. So I got to hear shit without them knowing that I'm even there. And he did that specifically for me to hear these things. So when he's trying to get this and get that and, you know, figure this out and figure that out, I'm hearing these people's, what I believe is their genuine reactions, which gave an impression to me. But as far as the specific paper, I haven't heard about any paper actually being fake or anything like that. And that's the hottest thing about it, and why I couldn't stamp that he ratted, because even those 167 pages, I couldn't stamp that was valid because I do not have access to it. The sealed documents.
Right. And with that, so, you know, on Pacer document 666 is a minute. It's not a transcript, but it's in mostly will point out everything that's in that transcript, not in detail though.
Well, what I looked at is the date that those transcripts, you know, the date that happened. When I looked at it on Pacer, the same dates matched up that there was a hearing, and it said that the details of the hearing would be sealed. So that's, I was able to see, okay, something along the lines of what this is saying definitely happened on that day. Whatever the contents of it was is sealed by the government.
Okay. I sent you those documents on IG too, that I'm talking about. And last thing here. So in your opinion, because you stand on it when you call people what you call them, I started watching you really around the Boston Richie time. So wouldn't, even though he was trying to run the play, although those documents don't say that's what he was doing, but anyway, he was trying to run the play with the government, wouldn't that still be cooperating by taking that proffer?
That would still be cooperating, but if it's planned, if he planned it and he had somebody that was willing to take the fall, I would look at that in a different light. You know, because I broke it down like this. The same thing as if I get caught with a gun and I pay somebody to take that charge for me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, got you. And then on that call too,
you're not gonna be able to lie to the facts. They're gonna find holes all in your lie. Like, you're not gonna be able to lie to no facts. Like.
And then nothing on that call, he does call one of his homeboys, his co-defendants, right? K.
He called more than one.
Well, I mean, y'all ain't released that part. I think it was
No,
just
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's a couple of things I didn't release, but he called more than one.
Okay, well, the one that y'all actually released, the one that said he was gonna try to take the fall for it, that's not even the same situation with the proffer, because that guy is listed on document that he presented as trying to take the fall in December of 2017. So it was kind of like, to me, right, somebody that done read what's available and all that. It was kind of like, I felt like it was a play being ran on it, because I'm like, well, that's not even the same incident that was been referred to in 2018 with this proffer. So why was that added?
I'm not sure.
Man, shout out Mickey
That's
Truth.
the thing is, when he first came out with it, he never identified specifically who he wanted to take the fall.
I sent him a message too.
And in the story that he gave on his website, it was supposed to be a Mexican or multiple Mexicans.
Yes, you heard it here. That was our conversation. I wish I had more time with him. I'm pretty sure now that he's done opened his inbox, he'll see all the requests I had to try to chop it up with him even before the whole Rallo situation. So shout out to 1090 Jake for sure. And I ain't gonna lie, hey, I was piped up when he knew who I was, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm a supporter at the end of the day. But I definitely stand on business, so I'm glad I was able to ask him. It was crazy that he didn't see no documents, though. And see, that's even more fishy, because, you know what, I'm going to leave that for another video. But, again, shout out to Rockstar and the whole hip-hop trend. Shout out to everybody that rocks with your girl. Shout out to Don Ben, DJ Astro. I think her name was Sweet Miss that actually pinged me into the room. If that's not your name, I do apologize, but shout out to you. Shout out to everybody, man. Keep rocking with your girl, and your girl gonna keep rocking with you. So with that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Holla!